Right, so this is going to be something new for me in the kitchen. I don't normally make bread. I do quite a lot of cooking in general, but bread isn't something I've ever done. I've often been tempted by one of those bread making machines, but they take up so much room for something that you're going to use hardly ever really. And then I came across this. Well, actually my wife did. She saw it in one of her clients' kitchens, asked what it was. I told her. Now I don't know how it's pronounced, lecu or something or other. Anyway, it's Spanish, and all it is basically a silicone bowl. That's it. It's, you can't really see inside it. It's nice and shiny inside. Silicone, and I don't know if any of you have used silicone products. We use silicone baking trays, and they're absolutely marvellous. Just cleaning up is so much easier. You know, tin foil is no longer used. So anyway, we're going to give it a go. You make the whole thing in here, and then once your dough has risen and all the rest of it, you close it up, stick the whole thing in the oven, and supposedly Bob's your uncle. So anyway, let's give it a go. Now, as I say, I never make bread, so what I'm going to do is start very simply. This is just a proof of concept. I'm just going to buy a ready, or have bought a ready made mix. All I've got to do is add water. So we're going to stick that in, and then we've got 320 millilitres of water. So let's see what happens. This could be a disaster. Who knows? I've got to stick all this in the bowl. Actually looks more out the bowl than it, well, out the bag than it goes in. Get rid of that. And then I guess we just gradually add the water. Start mixing. We're going to start mixing with a spoon, or a fork actually, basically because I'm going to end up using my hands, but I might need to operate the camera, and I don't want to get filthy dirty before I get too far into it. It's mixing up quite easily. Actually, I would have thought they might need more water than that, but it says 320. There it goes, it's coming together quite nicely. Turning into a dough. The hands are going to have to go in, I'm afraid. Doesn't seem to want to all mix in, but I guess it will eventually. And so you've got to do this for about 5 minutes or more, so you might find I'll end up editing this bit so it's not quite so long. It's very, very sticky. Quite satisfying though. Great big lump of goo. But there's still quite a lot at the bottom, doesn't seem to want to mix in. I guess that's why you have to do it for 5 minutes, to get it all mixed in. God, it's a job to get it off your hands, that's for sure. I have washed my hands, by the way, before we started all this. I'm a bit of a stickler for that when I'm cooking. However, when I'm eating my lunch at work, I often get funny looks because I'm often eating my sandwiches with hands that have just come out from under a horse, covered in all sorts of God knows what unthinkables. And it's starting, I think, to come together. Almost there, I reckon. Well, I haven't done my 5 minutes, but get it off my fingers and back onto the lump of dough. Yeah, that's coming together now nicely. Give it a good old mix around. There you go, as I say, so you don't get it all off my fingers. I don't want to waste any of it. Lumps off, nice little bits, flat. Look at that, lovely. It's all coming off a treat as it's all getting mushed together. If you can see that, it's come up a nice, and that's pretty clean. So we've got just about all of it there. I think I just need to keep doing this for another few minutes. I'm just going to get the recipe packet out, or just check that it was 5 minutes that I needed to do it for. Now I've thrown it, I'm pretty sure it was. Right, yep, it was 5 minutes. So I'm going to do it a little bit longer, I think. 5 minutes. Actually, I don't think I need it in there now. I can probably do it on here. Right, I think that's about it. We're going to say that's the 5 minutes. And it says leave it on a floured surface. So see if we can find some flour. I don't know if we've got any in the house. Yeah, we've got a little bit there. It's not even open, so I don't know how old this is. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit across there. Right, now it says leave it on there in a ball for 2 minutes. So I'll switch you off for a couple of minutes and I'll come back when it's ready. So let's get rid of all this stuff and switch you off. Okay, 5 minutes is up. So now what I've got to do is actually form it into the shape and put it in the bowl, cover it with a damp cloth. So let's get it off there, make it sort of loaf shaped. That looks sort of quite a nice loaf shape, I reckon. Right, so if we put that in there, like that, and then cover it with a damp cloth. I think I've got to leave it somewhere warm. Yeah, so I'm just going to go and put it next door where it's a little bit warmer than the kitchen. And then How long's that got to rest for? 40 minutes. So we'll be back in 40 minutes and hopefully this will have doubled in size. Right, so that's done. I'll see you in 40 minutes. Right, so it was actually to rest it for 5 minutes, not 2 minutes, so we're back. It's been rested. So now I've got to knead it and stretch it, apparently, for 2 minutes. So, hey Siri, set the timer for 2 minutes.
Okay, your timer is set for 2 minutes.
Nauseating person, isn't she? I guess this is what they mean by knead and stretch. This board could do with being a bit firmer. I've only ever seen this done on the telly, so I don't know if I'm doing it right or not. But using the palms of your, or the heel of my hand, knocking it back into itself. Give it a bit of a stretch. And then back into itself. I'll tell you what, I reckon you'd get some muscles if you're doing this all day, every day. These old bakers. Rubber feet don't stick very well. Then again, I suppose I don't do this sort of thing very often. Don't 2 minutes take a long while when you're waiting for it. Oh, there we go. Right, so now what we got to do? Okay, let's see. Stretch for 2 minutes, mould into a ball and rest for another 5 minutes. Oh, bloody hell. So, hey Siri, set the timer for 5 minutes.
Okay, your timer is set for 5 minutes.
Okay, I'll catch you in a minute. Or 5. Okay, 35, 40 minutes is up. Let's go and get it and see what it looks like. That certainly doubled in size, or more. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. That's getting out of my own light. It's big anyway. That has certainly improved in size. So now I think all I've got to do is close this up like so by this little natty little tab. The tab just fits in a slot and that's it, and then bung it in the oven. I don't think I've got to do anything else with it. Let me just check on the instructions, the baking instructions. Yeah, no, stick in the oven, 210 for a fan oven, 30 minutes. Give it a go. So, stick her in. Straight on the shelf. I'll be back in 30 minutes to show you what's happened. Shame I can't show you anything else, but that's cooking for you. So, catch you in 30 minutes. Right, so 30 minutes is up. I've been on the silly cider whilst I've been waiting. Now's the moment of truth. Let's get it out and have a look. Here we go. Oh wow. That to me, see if I can get this out, put it on a, what do I want? I want a baking sheet, hang on. Not what I was looking for, but this will do. A little cooling. Look at that. Look at that. Clean as a whistle, if you can see that. Absolutely clean as. So, it's supposed to sound hollow. It does sound quite hollow. It might be right, it might not, but wow, you can see that looks beautiful. Get out of my own light. Absolutely cracking. So, it might be a success. So once it's cooled down and it's cool enough to open up, I'm going to have a big chunk of that, some homemade pickled onions, lump of cheddar, and my cider. Cheers. Okay, so I thought it was a bit mean of me to just finish the video without letting you see what it was actually like. So just I think I've moved the camera a little bit. There we go. So we're going to cut it open and have a little look, because I was going to wait till Rachel came home, but you know, what the hell. So there we go. Oh, the smell! Oh, that is beautiful. And I'll tell you what, I don't know if this camera will pick this up. This is pucker. That is beautiful. And it smells something else out of this world. Right, I'm going to have to taste a bit before Rachel gets home. She'll probably hang, draw and quarter me, but she told me specifically, don't eat it till I get home. But I want to make the video and I just can't wait. So look at that. Thick butter. I'll tell you what, having never made bread before, that is something else. That was a basic packet mix from my local supermarket. Oh, bloody lovely. Even Ralph's come down to have a look. Right, I am going now. I'm going to wait for Rachel to come home, edit this video, and really going to enjoy. Cheers, thanks for watching.